What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, I know, a third video. I rarely do third videos for the day, but check this out. We got some more media manipulation. We got another Maryland man hoax type thing going on here, so check this out. An immigrant Wisconsin man falsely accused of threatening Trump can be released on bond. So apparently, there was this guy that was about to go to jail, had a criminal alien going to testify against him, because this guy stole the criminal alien's bike. So this guy wrote out a letter threatening Donald Trump's life. We'll put it that way. And tried to use the other guy's identification, the criminal alien's identification. And it's a big old story. But now, what are the corporate press doing? They're getting on the side of the Wisconsin man over here. And they're not telling you he's a criminal alien. They just say he's an immigrant. Like, seriously, like, immigrant means somebody that immigrated to this country legally. That's what that means. I spell this out all the time, folks. A criminal alien are these people that come across the southern border, claim asylum, claim whatever. Refugees, we know what those are, right? An immigrant is somebody that gets a visa and signs up to become a citizen of this country. They come in the legal way. That's an immigrant. Not somebody that crosses that southern border illegally. That's a criminal alien. But an immigrant man who was falsely accused of threatening to assassinate President Donald Trump can be released from a Wisconsin prison on bond, an immigration judge determined Tuesday. You might be thinking, hang on, why is there a bond for this person? I know. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking the same thing, right? Ramon Morales Reyes was accused of writing a letter threatening Trump in a blistering social media post by Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem. The post includes Morales Reyes' photo and an excerpt from the letter he purportedly wrote in English. But the claims quickly fell apart as Wisconsin authorities determined that Reyes, who doesn't speak English well or write in the language, was framed. The immigrant from Mexico was a victim in a violent 2023 attack where his bike was stolen. Oh my goodness. According to authorities, the alleged attacker, Demetric D. Scott, forged the letter to try to clear his case. Morales Reyes was sent to be a witness in Scott's July trial for armed robbery and aggravated battery. So basically what this guy was trying to do is he was trying to get this guy, the criminal alien, arrested so this criminal alien could not testify at his trial. Genius move, dumbass. What an idiot, man. Some people are just... they have this flash of genius there just for a glint, a glimmer in time, right? But it's not really that smart, is it? Judge Carla Espinoza set Morales Reyes bond at $7,500 during a brief hearing at immigration court in Chicago. Why are they allowing this person to leave? This guy is a criminal alien. He came into the country illegally. But we'll get to that. The defendant does not present a danger to the community, she said. Why do they allow these people that get arrested for being in the country illegally? Fascinating that is. Or maybe there's something deeper behind this. Maybe the guy committed some sort of a crime. Morales Reyes, 54, appeared virtually from Dodge Detention Center in Juneau, about 70 miles north of Milwaukee. He could be released this week if the federal government does not appeal. I can almost guarantee they're not going to appeal, and what they need to do is just have ICE agents show up so when the guy is released, they can just take him into custody and boom, get him out of the country. Expedited removal, my guy. An attorney for the federal government did not speak at the hearing. In a statement Tuesday, the Department of Homeland Security said it would continue to fight for the arrest, detention, and removal of immigrants without legal status, but did not respond to a question about whether government attorneys would appeal Morales Reyes' bond. Morales Reyes, a married father of 3 U.S. citizen children, works as a dishwasher in Milwaukee. All of that is irrelevant, by the way. This is Hall heartstring tugging, by the way. He was arrested by immigration agents last month after dropping a child off at school. He immigrated from Mexico in the 1980s and doesn't have legal permission to be in the U.S. This year, he applied for a U visa, which is for people in the country illegally who are victims of serious crimes. Getting such a visa can take years. Right, okay, so hang on just a second. The guy's been here since the 1980s, and he's just now applying for a visa because he was the victim of a crime? Are you freaking kidding me? This dude's built his entire family in this country illegally. Means his whole family is a fallacy. It's insane, y'all. It really is. But you'll never guess where this article is going to take your attention from. Check this out. Homeland Security issued a statement to reporters last week saying that although Morales-Reyes was no longer considered a threat to Trump, federal attorneys would still pursue an immigration case. The government alleges that Morales-Reyes re-entered the U.S. numerous times without a visa. Yeah, I just read it verbatim just to show that, I guess, errors of the corporate press. Yeah, they obviously threw a times in there one too many times. However, Noam's social media post blaming Morales-Reyes for an assassination attempt, which was circulated by Trump supporters, remains online. So you mean to tell me that's where you're going to shift your focus to? Corporate press? That Kristi Noem has left a post up that blames this guy for sending an assassination letter to Donald Trump? Is that where your mind is? You're not really worried about the crimes committed by these people. That he left and re-entered the country illegally several times over the course of 40 years. 45 years. It said 19. Well, to be fair, 40-ish years. It said 1980s. It didn't say exactly when in the 1980s. So we'll say close to or more than 40 years. I just find all this fascinating, that why do we have any sympathy for these people? This dude has had almost 40 years to become a citizen, and he hasn't done so. Why is that? You must ask yourself that question. Why do these people not try to become citizens? Not try to get some legal documentation to where they're allowed to be in the country? I have no freaking clue why they do it. But let's finish this thing out. Yeah, her social media post remains online, y'all. Kane O'Lulan, an attorney for Morales-Reyes, said his client is a crime victim and blasted the misinformation. Oh, see, they're still focused on the social media posts. We'd like to hear an official public correction and that someone else is responsible, he said. Who cares? It's a criminal alien, for crying out loud. Ahead of Tuesday's hearing, Morales-Reyes' daughter spoke to reporters saying her father is hardworking and always focused on putting food on the table and keeping a roof over the family's head. She said he also loved to take his children to parks or for walks and planned frequent cookouts. So there's no excuse for not trying to become a citizen, for crying out loud. None of that is relevant to this story. Once again, we're back to heartstring tugging here. My dad is not a threat to anyone. He is a good man who got caught up in a terrible situation, said Ana Morales. Now that the truth has been proven, I ask from the bottom of my heart he gets the justice he deserves. We need him more than words can explain. Well, then you can need him right on out of the country, right? None of this is an excuse for why this guy has not tried to get some sort of legal documentation to legally be in the United States. Miss Morales, Miss Ana Morales, I would say to you, this is your dad's fault. It's all his fault. Sure, he may have been the victim of a crime, and I'm sorry that we have criminals in the United States, just like there are criminals in Mexico. Lots of them. and you'd probably not be better off being in Mexico. But once again, your father still broke the law. He's continued to break the law for almost or more than 40 years. So I have no sympathy for this guy at all. None. You can tug my heartstrings all you want to. I have zero sympathy for your father. Hey, at least you could say he gave you the gift of U.S. citizenship. There you go. You got what you deserved. Everybody deserves to be born in the United States. That's what I say. Unfortunately, there's a large populace that lives outside of the United States. But none of that is neither here nor there. This guy was the victim of a crime. Hey, and I hope his perpetrator serves plenty of time for this. Because you don't go steal an old guy's bike. Yeah, he's not that old. 50-something, right? But you don't go around stealing bikes. You go to jail for that. And it sounded like he was quite violent. It sounded like this guy got beat up in the process. Pistol whipped or something like that. You never know what happens. I hope that guy serves a long time in jail. But look, the justice that you're calling for, Miss Morales, is for your father to be deported. That's the justice that you are advocating for. You might not realize it, but that is the justice that is deserved here. To be honest with you. But I think that's all I got on this one, y'all. I want y'all to let me know what y'all think about all this down in the comments section. The corporate press, man, they never cease to blow my mind. They never cease to blow my mind with these news stories and how they try to drum all this stuff up and push the narrative in a certain direction. It's lovely to watch. I love sitting back, jumping up to 30,000 feet and watch all this take place. It's insane. But y'all let me know what y'all think. That's all I got. Y'all don't forget to smash that like button for me. Share this video anywhere and everywhere you can. And if you could, do me a favor. Look right below the video and click that join button. Sign up. Become a member. Help me deliver the best possible content I can deliver to you guys. And y'all try to have a good day. Stay legitical. Peace.